Hello everybody, a shorter video today as I spent my morning fighting with Microsoft 365, a truly awful product in my opinion. Anyways, let's talk about MSTR. Topic of the video, MSTR back to stacking, and Bitcoin briefly hit on one exchange. I saw it briefly hit 92,000. Bitcoin is at 91,400. Of course, bouncing back hard this morning. It hasn't done much yesterday. Now, don't you be alarmed if in about 4 hours Bitcoin starts dropping again, because every Sunday night for the past I don't know how many months, it usually drops hard on Sunday evening. It's like the whole CME gap thing, so it's pretty normal. Let's not be alarmed. But right now we're celebrating Bitcoin 91,400 and Saylor letting us know that he bought more. Back to orange dots. Yes, he's back to orange dots. I can't wait to see tomorrow. My guess for the buy tomorrow is a small buy, my guess, and perhaps he added money to the dollar stack. He's stacking dollars. He said he wanted to stack 24 months worth of dollar dividends. Maybe he added $2 and maybe he added some orange dots, but I don't expect a very big buy. Saylor though, and this may be good for a common stock, he's been on a Middle East tour, Dubai, Kuwait, Bahrain. You know, who knows if he's going to go to Saudi Arabia, but these countries have investment funds. These countries have a lot of money, oil money. And so I don't know who Saylor is meeting in these countries. Is he meeting the heads of these in investment funds, of these sovereign funds? Is he meeting the heads and the decision maker of these funds and trying to pitch them, either one of the preferreds or either the common stock? I mean, and in the meantime, yesterday we had this tweet. I'll get to that in a second. But yesterday, 2 days ago, I guess, we saw that he advertised on Times Square. So I don't know how much these cost, but he advertised on Times Square. Stretch is being advertised on Times Square. Think about that. So I expect a small buy tomorrow. But to me, this company, nothing is broken. To me, over the long run, to me, this company is still the same. The thesis hasn't changed. Stock is trading at 178, which means that for many of us who bought in the bear market, for many of us, you're still sitting at between a 7x or a 10x, right? Unfortunately, we're not sitting at a 20 plus x anymore, but it's still at least a 5x for many of us who have been following the stock on the channel for a long while before the first pop. So we're pretty happy, right? I mean, who cares? Like, I don't care about 6 months performance. It's down 55%. Let's call it 55%. It's down 55% in the past 6 months. If you want an asset to be able to go up 50%, you have to be willing to see that asset go down 50%. You have to be willing to withstand the asset going down 50%, because the asset capable of going down 50% in terms of volatility is also the asset that is capable to go up 50% year after year after year. It's just part of the game. Volatility is part of the game. You can't expect to board a rocket without the G's, as Saylor would say. You need the G's. And strategy has been ever so slightly rebounding. Bitcoin actually been rebounding a little harder. And if you look at the MNAV, we are bouncing back a little bit in terms of MNAV. I sort of, unless Bitcoin crashes more, I sort of expect this to be the bottom. To me, it looks like we're bottomed out. To me, we've been holding this level for now more than 2 weeks. Give it another week, and with the optimism that should be coming on Wednesday, December 10, right, in 3 days, the optimism of a rate cut. To me, we're pretty close to the bottom here. Stretch, of course, holding at 98. It held at 98 level through most of the last week, 98. So we're waiting for Stretch to go back up. Of course, at the turn of the December month, we know he increased the Stretch. It was 10.5, it's now 10.75% dividend paid monthly. He increased that, and that's half of the story of getting Stretch back to 100 is that increase of 25 basis points. Of course, the other half of the story is Wednesday SOFR dropping by 25 basis points. The market is expecting the interest rates to drop to the 350, 375 range, to the 375, 400 range that it is right now. So another 25 basis point cut coming from the Fed in the form of a lower SOFR and a 25% increase coming from Saylor in the form of a higher dividend. That means you have a 0.5% delta. This is forcing the stretch stock price to trade back at 100. That's the forcing function. And lastly, I will note we're pretty happy to see that the fear and greed is just in fear, and it's both, whether you're talking about both the crypto world or the CNN fear and greed index for stocks, the stock one, we are still in the fear category. And who knows, give it 2 weeks, maybe we might go back to neutral within 2 weeks. So to me, we're bottoming out. To me, things are looking good for next week, and I can't wait to see what Saylor does and how big of a buy he does. So anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice, only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.